morning. This is October the 30th, Monday, 2023, and we are in BBA first semester, section B. And yesterday, almost half of you were absent, and we had someone present. I guess it was Rusha Malakar who made her presentation on the essay, "The School is Bad for Children." And after her presentation, I also helped the class to design a presentation. And what we did was that we divided the board into half, and then we said that this half will talk about the criticism of formal education, this half will talk about the solutions. And what we did, we made points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we tried to write questions for each paragraph. For example, the first question was, how was or how is a child before he enters a school? Then the second question was, what does the school immediately do to the child when he comes to school? And thus we formed 15 questions, right? And then I said, go home, and then can I get your card? Can I get your card? I see you've got a wonderful card. Can I see your card?
It's very messy.
Okay, good. So then I said, go home, and I said, get a card of this kind, and then bigger than this possibly you can use. I meant 8.5 inch by 6 inch. I mean A4 size page, half page. Or if not A4 size page, you can use, what I do often is I buy such files, or I borrow used files from this administration, used files, and I just tear them. And I use the back side to write. And I teach the same to my class. So you can take this kind of file, and then this half, and then as one of you have done, and I said that try to outline the essay in this kind of size. The purpose of doing this is creating a pressure on you to read carefully and understand properly, because without reading carefully and without understanding everything in the essay, you won't be able to create an outline. Summary is a wonderful skill to make sure that you understand what you read. Because if you don't understand, you cannot summarize. And summary, you should learn summarizing. The best way to study at the university, the first step is learn how to write a neat outline summary of whatever you read. Learning begins with the summary. Then you move on to analysis, synthesis, evaluation, creation, etc. So we have, okay, Yashasvi has got his card. Can I see your card?
I haven't got the card. Sir, I haven't got the card.
Why?
Because I couldn't do it.
What's your name?
Arya.
Arya, why you couldn't do? Tell us why, the reason why you
Because
couldn't.
yesterday I was suffering from migraine. That's why.
The only thing I can do is I can smile at you, right? But I expected you to do it. And you know, Arya, we're human beings and we all have expectations, right? And when our expectations are not met, we feel sad. I feel sad.
Tomorrow.
Okay, I hope so.
I will.
Okay. Have you done? Okay, wonderful, good, well done, wonderful. Okay, can I see your?
Forgot to bring.
What's your name?
Utsap,
Tell us why you could not do the work.
I've done both. I have
You have done the work. You forgot. Okay, so tomorrow. Can I see your card? Luna, you were absent, right?
Yes.
Why were you absent?
I just reached here yesterday from.
Okay. Can I see your card? You were absent.
I was absent too.
Why were you absent?
I was not in Kathmandu. That's
Okay, fine. It's all right. Have you done? You were absent. Why were you absent?
I came here just yesterday.
Yesterday, from outside valley. Okay. You have got genuine excuses today, right? Have you done?
absent.
Absent. Why?
Sir, I also reached yesterday.
Where do you live outside the valley?
Kailali.
Where? Kailali. Far west. Okay. Have you done? Absent? Why?
Nakhatya.
Huh?
Post થયો ઈસો.
You didn't feel good yesterday?
અને ભોજ
I didn't get you.
ભોજ થયો ઈસો.
A bhoj thyo. Oh, bhoj. Sometimes invite us also, right, in the bhoj, right? Okay. Mehak, right? Have you done? Why? Why? Can you give a reason? I just simply want to know. Truly, I want to know the reason why you could not do.
I forgot. Forgot.
You forgot. Okay. Sometimes it happens. Have you done? Okay. Have you done? You have done. What's your name? Ayush has done, as we can see. Okay, Ayush has done. Fine. You know, when I go around the class like this and talk to you, now, when I go around the class and when I see you have not done or you have done, it matters, please mind it. Because when we evaluate you internally, these things, memories come in my mind. These memories come. On that day, I had an assignment given and this child has done and they had not done, and it affects your marks. It should affect. It should. Shouldn't it? Because college is a place to work. Right? So please make this habit of doing the work that is assigned to you. Have you done?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Sudeep.
Sudeep. Why you could not do?
Yes, sir. I was absent.
You were absent. Have you done? Mr. Patel?
Yes, sir, but I forget my copy.
You forgot your copy. Okay. What's your name, sir?
Amit.
Amit, have you done?
No, sir, I was.
Okay. So I spent 5 minutes time, went around the class, and I see that about 3-4 people have done. Fine. So I'll invite them and they will just share what they have written on the paper. They will simply read out. And they will share what is on the paper. They will share how they did the work. And they will share their experience of doing the work. They can make a complaint to me. Divakas, I'm not happy because you spoiled my holiday or you spoiled my evening. Or just come, show the work to the class, and then tell the story behind the work, how you did the work, and then share experience. Okay? So let's begin with Yashasvi, no problem. Yashasvi, could you use the paper, go there, and use the whiteboard?
So I'll just make an outline.
Okay. Wait a minute, don't turn towards the camera, okay?
So it's fine.
Could you fix there? I need to turn the camera focus elsewhere first.
Sure.
Okay.
So can I start?
Okay.
So first I'll be writing the first 7 paragraphs because that states that there the So in the first 7 paragraphs, the author John Holt is criticizing the formal schooling system. So I'm going to first write all the 7 paragraphs, then I'm going to talk about that. Then I'll write 8 to 15 because that is the solution part.
Okay. You divided this in 2 parts, right?
Yes, sir.
First 7 paragraph, 1 segment, second segment. Okay.
So here I just created a flow chart kind of about the starting 7 paragraphs in which the author John Holt is criticizing the system. So I'm going to start with the first paragraph. It will be time consuming if I read every paragraph and explain, so I'm just going to stick to what I've written about the paragraphs. In the first paragraph, the author is trying to tell us that children are curious and capable of learning difficult tasks through exploring and experimenting.
If you could remove the mask, the voice will be clearer on the recording.
Sure.
It's all right.
Children are curious and capable of learning difficult tasks through exploring and experimenting. This basically means before a child joins the school, he is able to learn much more than he is able to learn after he joins the school, because he doesn't know any proper path or any proper process of how to learn. So he is figuring out everything on his own. So he has his own way which is going to help him decide how to learn and how to explore new things. So in the second paragraph, the author wants to say that schools often separate learning and living and create passive learning environment that reduces child's ability to learn. This basically means that schools are doing a bad job by separating learning and living. They are making the students believe that you can only learn in the school and you can only live in your home. So this is creating a kind of a surrounding of passive learning environment, because now the child thinks that he cannot learn in his own way. He cannot learn on his own. He needs help of someone else. So he needs someone else to help him learn, which reduces the child's ability to learn, because he will be depending on someone else to learn and not on himself. Third, schools devalue child's experiences, curiosity and individuality by promoting one-size-fits-all approach for education. Schools will devalue a child's experience and curiosity and individuality because now the school wants child to experience whatever the school wants them to experience, not what he or she actually wants to experience. And the curiosity that the child had, it is going to slowly deteriorate because the school is teaching him what to do. He cannot follow what he wanted to do. And the schools are promoting a one-size-fits-all approach, which means that everyone has to follow the same thing. For example, if I like a black marker, all the students in the class should like the black marker itself. They cannot go for a blue marker or red marker or green marker. So the school wants us to believe that all of us have to follow one thing and stick to that. Paragraph 4. Schools encourage fear of making mistakes and promote strategies for obtaining right answers through dishonest means. Schools encourage a kind of a fear in the student that if we don't clear our exams, we are not going to do anything in our life. So we feel kind of fear, or we are frightened that how are we going to shape our future if we are going to fail in exams. So this kinds of has a side effect, because of which students who are not able to score well because of the system of school, students look forward to dishonest means. They focus on cheating, they make cheats, or they'll focus on something, which is nothing wrong, because if you don't know something, if you're not able to fulfill your goal, you have to find another way to fulfill that goal. Fifth, schools discourages genuine interactions between children and restricts their curiosity. School wants us to behave and talk and sit in a proper manner the way the teacher or the school wants us to be in. So, for example, uniform is not a bad thing. But the school wants us to be in a uniform because it's a rule. It's a rule that we have to follow. We cannot go in our own way. The same way, the interactions we have during our class breaks, we cannot have that during the class time because the teacher is speaking. It is a respect towards the teacher, yes, but students, if they interact more, and while focusing the lecture, if they interact more with their friends, they can generate new ideas much more than the teacher must be teaching them. Sixth, schools discourage from paying attention to surroundings and focus only in the class. Schools focus on a theory which means that until now it's changing, until now schools believe that classes are supposed to be indoors. We are supposed to be taught what we are taught by the teachers indoors. We cannot go to a natural environment, which is one of the bad things, because this distracts us, because we want to go out, we want to go in the natural environment and learn. But the schools wants us to remain in this 4x4 class and learn about what we are learning today. Seventh, sense of powerlessness and low self-esteem in students stifles curiosity and their independence. We kind of feel helpless. We kind of feel like we don't have any power. We are just a small student, and for example, we are a small building and school is a big building, and we are powerless in front of them because we don't have any authority, we don't have any rights. So the school makes us believe that whatever they say is right and whatever we do is not according to them, that's why we are wrong. So this types curiosity, because if a student is always told that what you are doing is not right, what we are telling you to do is right. So the curiosity in our minds will go away because we wouldn't want to experiment anymore. We will feel kind of lazy, or we will feel not confident that even if we try, it's not going to work out, so why would we put our efforts in it? This will also reduce our independence, because we cannot follow what we want to follow. The school is telling us to follow something, so our independence gets reduced because it's not our words, it's their words that we are following.
Okay, now, yes, Ashwi.
Yes, sir.
We'll listen to the next student, the next section, okay?
Sure.
You erase everything, clean it,
This also.
clean everything, and then I'll invite somebody else, and they will present the second part.
Sure, sir.
That way I can accommodate more people in class. Thank you. Give her a big hand. Well done, nice. Can I just take a paper and photograph it here, because for reference only, because I want to make sure that we have on record this paper. Okay, this is the paper you prepared, right? I don't know how to. My camera, there is something wrong with my camera, and I don't know why it gets a blurred focus when I take pictures close by. Somebody, if you have good knowledge of photography, help me. There's something wrong with my camera, and what is happening that if I take photos of things nearby, then the image is blurry. So if anybody knows, help me. I don't know how to do that. For example, if I place this thing here, it appears quite blurry. Anyway, so let's invite the next person. Who was the next one? I want someone with a paper. If you have this kind of paper with you, come. Now you explain the second half from paragraph 8 to 15. 8, 9, 10, 15. Don't worry, I'm there, we are there. We'll help you. Come on. Hello. Okay, let's invite him, and he will present 8, 9, 10. And he will present 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Sir,
Come.
but I just have the solution, like just 3-4 solutions and done.
No problem. Present what you have. No, we are not going to judge you. We are doing wonderful. Go on. No problem. And don't look on the camera, okay? Wait a minute. Let me clip this here. Okay. Come. Come. Is he Prasoon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he already made a presentation last time, I guess, right? Few weeks before.
So in this essay, writer have said some solutions like
You can face the class. I won't film your face. You can face the class and explain.
so my friends have already said some problems like student feel like being confused is crime, and being in class
How
feels
about
like
quickly writing the points also? How about if you could do quickly? Because friends might see what points you have got. You explain up to paragraph 12 and he will explain from paragraph 13, 14, 15.
So these are some of the solutions and these are some of the problems, and writers want to say that student must feel comfortable while coming school, so that they should not feel pressure to complete their attendance to come school and like attend this class so that they can complete their attendance. But students should feel like coming school makes them feel very comfortable to learn different things. And talking about natural environment, students should feel comfortable, like if students feel like they are in jail, if they are reading in class, like teacher is speaking and teacher want students to understand the way they are teaching, but teacher never understands how students should be learned. Like different students have their own way of learning, and so natural environment means students should learn how they want to learn or how they can learn. And about judging yourself, there should be exams, but exams should be like open book exams or something like different exams, so that students feel more interest in that exam, and they should judge themselves so that they can know where they are lacking. Or and writer wants to say that it's there should not be any grading system, because this grading system like makes students feel they are different from each other. That's all.
Okay, well done. So you explained the whole essay, I guess, right? Okay, thank you so much. What's your name? Pasun.
Yes, sir.
Give him a big hand. Thank you, Pasun. You can let this way. Let me invite the third presenter at the back there we have. So, come. Yeah. 13, 14, 15. Could you clip this? Yeah, go on. Do you have the marker?
Marker.
So in paragraph 13, they talk about how collaborative reading can increase the mutual growth. Normally in our community, the students try to learn by themselves. So collaborative learning can also increase the mutual growth, as many people can understand each other. And in number 14, you can see how fixed curriculum is not as effective as it comes from interest and differences. Many teachers in our classroom and in many kind of schools, they also tell us what to join and what not to join. Normally, we will not be able to join any kind of extra activities without asking our teachers. We need to ask their permission to make this, join this club and different kind of sports. If the children and students are also allowed to join the clubs according to their interests and preferences, it will also increase their growth. And finally, number 14, children will be encouraged to learn in a way that is more common and more effective. As we are learning from different type of way, the types of reading have been changed yearly to yearly, but I think the children should be able to learn in a way which is more common in every part of the world and which is most effective in everywhere we go, because that can be universal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well done. Come this seat. So you can take a seat. You take a seat. Okay. Thank you. Let me add something. We have 10-minute time. Give him a big hand for his presentation. Well done. I'm happy that you came as a teacher. You taught the essay. And I'd like to tell you one thing on camera. I'd like to advise you. You have seen, as a teacher, my habit that I use a camera to film the class, right? You have seen. And I'm sure that in the beginning, you must be feeling awkward. It's natural. Please understand that I film the class as a part of research and self-development as a teacher. For example, what I will do today's film, for example, I will post this on YouTube and invite other teachers to view this class and then have a debate on how we need to teach. Because I personally feel that today's class was better. I may be wrong, but my feeling is that this class was better. You may disagree. Why I feel this class was better? Because students were active. They were given a task. They did the task at home. They came with the preparation in the class. They were given responsibility. They faced the teacher's space. They faced the teacher's role. They faced the whiteboard. They faced students. They developed a habit of confidence of speaking and behaving like a teacher. And in this kind of teaching, when you are active, I believe learning is better. And I want to document evidence, strong evidence of what I'm doing in the class. And I want to share this evidence with the teacher trainers. I want to share this evidence with other teachers. I want to share this evidence with other students. Because I believe in transparency. I want your parents to watch the videos because they're paying for education. I want anybody concerned with education to watch the videos. That's why I'm documenting. And I request you, I encourage you to gradually feel comfortable with the camera. I try my best not to film your faces. But sometimes accidentally, when you happen to turn around and before I can adjust my camera lens, you get focused. For that, you need to excuse me for that. There may be a glimpse of the face. Otherwise, I will never intentionally, on purpose, film your face throughout the class. Because I don't want people to know who you are. I simply want people to see what you're doing in class. My purpose is not revealing your personal identity. I do respect your privacy, right? We all need respect. But what I'm trying to do is, I want to document what is going on in the classroom. I want the principal of this college to watch it. I want my colleagues to watch it. Because I believe that what we are doing, if not good, at least it is different. Okay? So, once again, I know gradually you will be comfortable with the camera. I'm very comfortable with the camera. I have no problem these days. In the beginning, I also felt awkward. But now over 7 years, it's quite natural for me. So let's go to the lesson and quickly see what's in the solution section from paragraph 8 to 15. I'll quickly tell you. In paragraph 8, he says that there can be short-term solutions and long-term solutions. He says, there can be short-term solutions and long-term solutions. For example, he proposes abolishing compulsory school attendance. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable. Because in your attendance sheet, when I see dots marking your absences, I become uncomfortable. Because I feel that if you're not in my class, you're not learning. That's what Holt says. But the truth is that you may be learning even when you don't come to my class. I remember once, 15 years back, my BBA students, one batch, they bunked my class one day. It was Phagun 2. They bunked my class and they came to Basantapur. That day there was anti-earthquake exhibition. They went around the exhibition, they took photographs, and they posted on Facebook saying, as a class bunk गरेर राम्रै गरिएछ, धेरै कुरा सिकियो. And when I saw their post, I learned a lesson. What lesson? मेरो क्लास इफेक्टिभ भएन र त बच्चाले चाहिँ बाहिर गएर सिक्यो नि त. र बच्चाले भन्यो कि मैले आज क्लास कलेज बङ्क गरेँ र नयाँ कुरा सिकेँ. And here Holt says, when students bunk your class, don't think they're not learning. They may be learning at home also. Right? Okay. But personally, I have this habit. I'm not comfortable with this idea. Abolishing compulsory school attendance. Do you like this idea? You just imagine there is no attendance system. Just imagine teachers never come with this kind of thing. It's not there. Will that be okay? I don't know. Just imagine. No, we don't know who came and who didn't came. We don't know. Then he says, let's give authorized absences. For example, you have 10 absences. You can be 10 school days absent, no problem. Then, if you see, he says that in the past, compulsory attendance had a logic. Because the argument was that if a child stayed back home and not come to school, chances were that the child's parents would engage the child in labor at home. For example, if parents are farmers, they might take the child to work in the field. So the children will be exploited by the parents and the family and community. So to protect children from labor exploitation, compulsory attendance was good, because when they came to school, there were two benefits. One, they won't have to work at home. Second, they get education, right? But today, things have changed. Today, people at home don't exploit you. They don't make you do manual labor, manual work. So he argues that we can abolish compulsory attendance and sometimes allow students to stay home or go where they want. Then in paragraph 9, he refers to objections. In 10, let's check. In 10, yes, he says that it's not only school where you learn. So sometimes we can take kids outside school. And sometimes we can bring outside world to the school. For example, sometimes in this essay, we are reading about education. So I can take you to this primary section here in this college. We have a primary section. I can make some 5 people and we can visit the section and watch live what's going on there and then tally with what Holt says. We can talk to teachers, right? So I can take you there, right? So I can take you to the court. I can take you to any university office, temple, museum. So taking children outside world and bringing an actor in the class, bringing a doctor in class, bringing a lawyer in class, bringing a teacher in class from other places, right? Then in paragraph 10 and 11 he talks about that. And then in 12, yes, learning from each other. At one point somebody was saying that, somebody was talking, I guess, Prasoon. He was talking about this point, I guess. Learning from each other. Look, today you presented. Your 3 people presented. And when your friends were presenting, I guess you were learning from them. I could see Luna, she was asking Asaswi to show his cards to her. She was curious. And I guess she is inspired to do the same thing. Right? Definitely, you can inspire your friends much better than your teachers. Because you identify yourself more with your friends. Right? Okay. Then in the same paragraph, paragraph 13, we read that let the children learn to judge their own work. This is very important. See, self-evaluation. What I do sometimes, for example, I teach this class and I might take the video home, and afternoon I'll play the video on Zoom, this video. I'll watch myself teaching, and if I don't like something, I'll pause the video and I'll say, oh, at this point I don't like this idea. In the class I didn't realize, now I realize it was the wrong thing to do. What is happening? I'm reflecting. I'm reflecting. Reflection is looking back on what you have done and asking yourself, how did you perform? Talking to yourself, did I perform as expected? Did I perform poorly? Did I perform better than expected? If I performed poorly, what went wrong? You look back, so that next time you don't repeat the same error. That is self-evaluation. Then, what else do we read in paragraph 13? Okay, it's a long paragraph, right? Yes. So, then we go to paragraph 14, where we read about, okay, we could also abolish a fixed required curriculum. Oh, that's a funny thing. I was in a course few years back doing a degree. There were 5 papers. 4 papers were designed by my teachers. 1 paper was, they came to my class and they said, okay, here is a paper. We have no curriculum. You choose your subject, you choose your books, you choose your articles, and you design the paper. And we developed our own curriculum. And we took the exam. And I like that, because in that paper, I made a curriculum based on my interest. 4 papers were based on teachers' interest. 1 paper was my interest. And I appreciate. Just imagine in BBA, there's 1 paper where you make your curriculum. Then let's suppose he has interest in music. What's wrong in doing music in BBA? No wrong, nothing wrong. So he takes 1 paper in music. He chooses his instrument. He chooses his label, everything. And he offers a subject, curriculum. And without a teacher, he learns independently, takes exam, and he enjoys. So that idea, I won't favor abolishing the whole curriculum, because this will create anarchy. Because curriculum gives a plan. Curriculum makes things fixed. If you don't have a curriculum, is like a map for a traveler. If a traveler has no map, you don't know where they will go. But as a traveler, if you have a map, you know where you want to go. So we need curriculum. But I'll say students should be allowed to include their choices in the curriculum. Or optionally, when we design a curriculum, we should come back to you in class. And we should know what you want to study, right? Then finally, the last paragraph is very important. Let me read out. Children want more than they want anything else, and even after years of miseducation, to make sense of the world. So what is the purpose of education? The purpose of education is to make sense of the world, to make sense of themselves and other human beings, and other human beings. See, the last paragraph beautifully summarizes the whole essay. 3 things. Education should help you to understand the world, how the world is running, so that tomorrow you can compete in the world. Right? If you don't know what is going to happen in 5 years next, you pass BBA, go to market, and you fail, because market you don't know, you see unexpected things, you're not prepared. So education should prepare you for the future, right? It should help you understand yourself and people. Finally, what we read, let them get at this job. Let students figure out the world. Let students figure out themselves. Let students figure out their friends. And without our help, if they ask for it, in the way that makes most sense to them. So tomorrow we have a presenter. This there. Someone who is presenting? Who is presenting? Who is presenting the next essay? Who was given? Where is he? Absent. Oh. It's a crime to be absent on the day of presentation. It's inexcusable. absence on day of presentation is inexcusable crime. Okay, I'm very serious about that. Thank you. Thank you.